get like these nasty phlegm balls. And today I went and it came up into my mouth, and I could feel that it was like very like solid. So I wanted to see what it looked like, so I spit it into my hand, and I was rolling it around in my hands to see how thick it was. And I was like letting it drip, and it was like solid. And then I went and washed it off in the sink, but I was curious what was in my throat. So I just went and then just started mashing it around in my fingers. I wish someone would tickle my throat. Well, Chris is offering to tickle your throat, and you want your throat tickled, so you guys would be a good match, no? Bro, no one else is curious when things like that happen to your body? Like, you ever get like, again, this is gonna sound crazy probably too, but you ever get a wound that smells real bad? Like you cut yourself and it gets a little infected and it's got a bit of a smell to it. No, nobody gets that. And then you just like, you take a sniff and you're like, ooh, that doesn't smell right. But I don't get to smell that too often, so I kind of want to smell it again. And then throughout the day, you just catch yourself, you're just kind of taking little sniffs of it because it's like, it doesn't really smell right, but you don't really get to smell that too often. Anyone else? No? Just me? Or in the shower. I think in the last podcast we're talking about, you ever blow your nose in the shower into your hands? I do that a lot too. That, I like to play with them in the shower. You go and you get a big like wad full of snot. Sometimes you get hard ones and you get to just like roll them around and feel the textures of them. No one does that. I do that a lot. Like, that's not like I've done that before. That's like on a regular basis when I shower. No one does that. Someone locked this man up. What do you mean? That, I feel, I've seen people say they've done that before, so I know I'm not weird for that. Admitted to having to poop mid-shower? Yeah, but that's just natural body function. That's not even like crazy. Like, everyone's had to poop in the shower. Right? Like, everyone's had to poop in the shower. The worst part is when you have to get out of the shower to poop and your butthole's wet. And that, like, the water surprisingly adds a little bit of friction. You know what I mean? That's a bad feeling, is when you have to poop. Or, like, you're in a pool. You're in a pool and you get out and everything's wet. And you gotta poop. Soggy poop's the worst. That's what I'm saying. See, we're on agreement. You just need to admit more, Chris. Like, I know you've done more. You ever take a piss and it goes sideways for a moment? Yes. Or like you get the snake tongue where it like you're peeing and it like kind of goes both ways and it looks like the pointed snake tongue. You're peeing and all of a sudden it just goes and you kind of got to like smack it a little bit. Smack the tip of your pecker just to get it to straighten out and smarten up. Have you tried peeing with a Badinsky? Golly, that's an event too. You gotta like if this is if that's the hole you're trying to go in, you gotta lean over, you know what I mean? Because like the angle's just not right, you know what I mean? And you kind of gotta like, you're standing there but it's like aimed up, so you gotta like kind of hit it with one of those and just like try to take a shit with morning wood. What? What's the issue with that? I don't think I can relate on that one. Like, I guess it's like kind of in the way when you're like reaching over for the toilet paper. It's like hitting a pole on the way by. It's like hitting a roadblock, speed bump, you know, like you're swinging across, boom. You poking the side of the toilet? Yeah, that's fair. How is your toilet shaped? Because if it's going up, it's pointed to the sky. I guess when you're bent over wiping, you're kind of jousting a little bit with the edge of the toilet bowl. Fair enough. At my cabin, the outhouse like bowl is like really tiny, and you're getting some like hang time on the front of the bowl, and your pecker head's just rubbing on the edge, and it's like playing a little bit of speed bag on the edge of the porcelain, you know. And then you gotta disinfect that thing after because it's just rubbing on the part where everyone pees. This was a good talk. I like this. Destiny, your turn. Give us one thing that's an inconvenience for you. This is quality content. Yeah, give us a good pecker story, like how you pegged Landon or something. You had a double-ended pink, one in Landon's ass and one in his pecker head, and you're just... Honestly, people should be watching me for that. This is quality content. What other streamer gets this vulnerable? Have you ever put an AirPod in your belly button? I was just thinking about that because I saw my AirPods right there. I've done that. I get discharge in my belly button sometimes. Discharge? What is it discharging from? Where's it coming from? That's insane, Chris. We listen and we don't judge. I like this. We should start every stream with this. Everyone's gotta bring a new one. I hate when you have diarrhea when you have to wipe too much. Yeah, and then your butt starts bleeding a little bit. Or is that just me? Like you wipe so much that it starts to get a little raw. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Try blowing your nose in the shower onto your hands. It'll change your life. Promise.